Now that rainy and cold days have come, I know it may seem a little bit difficult to keep your gardening passion alive because it's either raining or maybe in some parts of the world even too cold to be in the garden. What I do, and I have been doing during these weeks, because this is not a just one moment process, is, for example, saving seeds. In my case, I really like several things. One of my passions when I visit new places is looking out for plants. So one very easy way for this is to carry with you like a paper towel and an empty bag. I use these, or if I have like something like this in handy, but normally I will always carry in my bag like a packet of these and an empty plastic bag like this one. This is like from a regular tissue, and if I see a plant that is in seed, I know the plant, maybe I've seen it for some time. Like, for example, these California poppies that were in a garden here in the city. I waited until they had seed pods, then I picked them, I dried them, I brought them home with this method. Like, just put them in a paper towel, kept them in a bag, and then brought them home, dried them, and now I'm gonna save the seeds. I know that these plants were in a public space, so they didn't get much care, and probably the seed will be a little bit more resistant than if it was like a regular garden variety. Other thing is, if I visit a place, for example, we went to visit Moimenta da Beira. It's a city. I think we can say it's a city in the north of Portugal, and in a garden we found these seeds here. So what I do is I take a photo of the plant, I take the seeds, and then I research it, like on a day that you can't do much, it's rainy and cold or anything. Following the same method, a paper towel, put them in a bag, or in this case I just had like another piece of paper. I wrapped them, dried them, brought them home, and I'm gonna research these plants and see if I would like to have them in my garden, if I have space, and what are their uses. And other ways, of course, is go shopping. Now, I know this sounds like, oh my god. Normally when I buy vegetables in the farmer's market here where we live, I look for varieties that are not very usual. So for example, I had I could buy from a woman that has like a bio produce. I could buy like yellow pear cherry which I have here, they're like the seeds are fermenting. Let me see if I can get this right. Wow, oops. Yeah, you can see the seeds. They have been there for some days. So, and this one was like an elongated black or green striped cherry. The same process. I'm fermenting them, and then on a piece of paper and a plate like this, I'm gonna dry them and then keep them. I have kept quite a lot of seeds this year, although the year wasn't too good. So for example, I have several tomato cherry varieties. You can see all these were seeds from this year, and I am trying some other garden ones. For example, we had in our horta, the aubergines were good this year, so I kept seeds from one of them, and I am trying to keep these kiwi baby seeds. This is from a bio production. So I really don't know if you can grow a kiwi tree from a seed, but it is always worth trying. So some seeds are easier to collect and to process. For example, kiwi seeds and tomato seeds, you can just ferment them in a little bit of water and then clean them very well from all the not very nice substance that you will get. It is kind of like moldy and smelly, but that's good because it will clean that protection film that covers the seeds and impedes its germination. So in this case, like kiwi and tomato seeds, you can just ferment them and then clean the seed very well, and you will get like this really nice result. Of course, when you buy things, and I am aware of this, when you buy things from the farmer's market, a lot of people don't know the varieties, so you might really don't get to know what exactly the variety is. Is it a hybrid or it's something else? Maybe a heirloom or something. I really don't know, but of course you can just check the plants on the internet. What I've done is as well, I dedicate a lot of hours to see plants and seeds on the internet. So yeah, it's an option. Of course, you never know what the result is, but that is the exciting thing about growing. And as well, what we're doing on rainy days is like these little garden experiments. For example, I'm trying to get this Lucia Lima lemon verbena to grow from really woody cutting. People here say that you can just stick it in the ground and it will grow. I don't see it that easy. I have several ones here that I've stuck in the ground, and as you can see, one of them is clearly not doing very well. The other one, well, I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes. And this red veined sorrel, well, it has recovered a little bit. It's rained so much, so I really don't know if this will be okay, because the pot was totally waterlogged. I separated it in a different place. Let's see. And what I've been doing as well is getting some cuttings from plants so that I can learn how to grow them. So this one, for example, is Vietnamese coriander. Let me see if I can show it to you. It has this really nice coriander like cilantro smell, but it's spicier and it grows really well here. And what I've discovered is that it's really easy to propagate it from a cutting. Like I cut some branches because we have them where we have the allotments, and I had some of these to put in a salad, and then the rest of the branch I just I stick it in water. These roots here are more or less a week and a half old, so you can imagine that this plant is really strong and quite easy to propagate. So I've had these, as you can see, all of them have a really nice growth. They're, I can say, as easy as mint to propagate, and I have planted them in several different pots here, and let's see how this one goes. And then another thing that you can do if you have a balcony or something similar is you can keep you can enjoy more time your plants where you have them. Now these ones here are doing more or less okay. What I'm worried is that the soil is really too soggy, even like for mint and other plants. It has rained so much, and for example our cucumber melon never gave fruit. They have a lot of tiny florets all around, like here, and here. Oh, not easy. They're so tiny. Let me see if I can get this one for you. I have tried to hand pollinate some of the fruits that I have seen. Now at the moment I can't see any, but any fruit, but I'm pretty sure we are not going to get anything. Like I doubt that we have pollinators here. And yeah, oh yeah, you can see a tiny cucumber melon here, but we never got any fruit out of these, and they had so many flowers. So yeah, I'm afraid it is not going to get anywhere, but it's all over the place and it's really nice. As well, I transplanted some sage seedlings that we bought, so when the tomatoes free this pot, it will be for the sage. Yeah, tomatoes have been okay, and these ones are still okay. As you can see, they're kind of protected and they don't get too much water, but my other plants are totally soggy. And our pepper is doing more or less okay. It's starting to get aphids, which I really don't know where did they come from, but yeah, I'm gonna try to overwinter it for another year. This plant is 2 years old and I hope it will get to 3. And yeah, this is our new garden enlargement. That is the Vietnamese coriander. I really like the taste of it. It is a little bit too spicy probably, and it has a lot of uses and benefits. We can have a different video dedicated on it. And as well, I would like to take you to the kitchen and show you some other experiments that I have. And these ones were the experiment that I told you about. So these are dates or at least what's the like the bone in the date inside. These were bought in a shop, like a normal date. You would we ate them. They were like really big. They were more or less like the size of a finger. And I got the bone out and I decided to like soak it in a paper towel and water. And one of them got like this tiny white root, and I planted it. I don't know what happened with it because I have never really got the seed out of the pot again. And then I saw that another two were having, like this one for example, as you can see, like it's, I don't think it will make it because it is a little bit, let me see if I can get this right for you. Yeah, you can see that the root is not okay. Yeah, it is kind of rotten. But this one here was really surprising. It was like a moment, and it had this tiny little tail here, and suddenly it was like this. So I'm gonna try and plant these and see if there will be any result. Of course, these are like just entertaining experiences. Like this is just for my own entertainment. I don't try to breed anything strange or unusual for our climate. It is just a way for any person who does gardening or is interested in plants to try to keep his passion or her passion alive. So this is what I do with these little experiments. I hope you've enjoyed our video, and I hope you will have a wonderful week. Enjoy all the climates, enjoy the rain, enjoy the sun, and be happy. Thank you. Goodbye.